Welcome back, guys. In the last video tutorial for Vadoo AI, we looked at these top 5 AI effects, and today we're going to be looking at these very fun looking AI effects on this line here. So we have microwave, muscle surge, the tiger touch, Venom, which is really cool, and the warmth of Jesus, which is interesting, but we'll see how that turns out. If you're wondering what all these settings and features are about, please check out the last video. I go through it in a bit more detail there. So let's jump straight to it, and we'll start off with microwave. Now, when you apply microwave, the model that you have to use, which is the AI video model, is clean standard. Now you can choose between 3 aspect ratios. I'm going to go with 16:9, and we can choose 5 or 10 seconds. The more seconds you add, the higher the credit cost. So for 5 seconds, it's 70 credits. And for 10 seconds, it still says 70, which is interesting. But let's go with 10 seconds and see how much it takes off. So to use these AI effects, you do need to upload an image that the AI will use as context. I've added in this can of Coke. My prompt is the can of Coke is moving around in a nice 3D effect, and you'll see on the demonstration of the microwave AI effect, like just as a microwave does, it moves around slowly. So we're going to see how that comes out. Okay guys, here is our video. That took around 1 minute to create, and you may notice that it only says 5 seconds and we put 10. Now I did try this twice and it defaulted back to 5, and maybe for this particular AI effect you can only have 5 seconds max, but what they could do is take off the 10 seconds so you do know that. It's a minor issue, nothing major. Let's see what this video looks like. So you can see it's rotating, and obviously the writing on the back is made up because the AI can't see that, but it does capture what you'd expect a Coca-Cola to look like on the back and around the corners. So overall, that is what we intended for. It's got some shadow underneath, which is pretty cool. So yeah, really happy with that. Okay, so the next AI effect we're going to look at is the muscle surge. So you'll see the example here of the baby growing some big muscles. So that's quite a funny example. I'm actually going to go with this dog here because I think that would be quite cool, and I do like dogs. So we'll apply that image and we'll leave the settings as they are, and this will cost 70 credits. And perhaps the credits didn't change before because you can only have 5 seconds max, so that would make sense. And yeah, it doesn't change down here when it usually does. Let's go to generate. And you'll see here it says it exceeds 4,000 pixels, which in my last video I did talk about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize the image and then we'll generate again. Okay guys, here's our video of the dog that will turn into a muscle man. So let's click play. So you see his arms, and the transformation is very seamless. It looks very cool. The dog actually kind of transitions the head first and the arms, and then yeah, the whole body kind of unfolds. So that's really cool, and you can do that for practically anything. You could do it for an apple if you wanted, or a glass of water. So really cool there. So the next AI effect is the tiger touch. Now, as the example shows, the tiger basically comes behind the person or the object or anything you want to choose, and basically gives that person a lovely hug there. Not realistic. Let's choose an image. I'm going to go for this little baby monkey because I think that would be quite funny and cool. I'll apply that, and from what I can tell, I don't think it matters what aspect ratio you choose. Whatever kind of image you upload, we will default to the correct aspect ratio. So I'm just going to leave it 16:9, 5 seconds. Let's go to generate. Here's our video. Let's check it out. So the tiger's coming in, and oh, I didn't expect that. The little monkey has turned into a human, or morphed into a human, and now is cuddling the tiger. So I didn't know that happened, but the way it transforms into the human is quite natural. It looks quite good. So interesting one there. Perhaps with different examples, it might show a different output, but that is the Tiger Touch effect. You see, you can have hours of fun with these effects, and if you uploaded them as shorts or added them to your short form content, you can get some really engaging videos that I'm almost sure you'll get thousands of views for. Depending on the AI effect you choose, there are some pretty pants ones, but there are more good than bad. Now, next up is one of my favorites, which is Venom. And you can see this guy's turned into Venom, and it's really cool effect. So let's apply that and get ourselves a picture. For this example, I've chose this little kid here, just above a toddler, I'd say, because I think, you're changing a good kid into Venom, who is good but bad at the same time. Let's just leave it all as it is. You can add in a prompt down here, but essentially it's just adding this AI effect. So I'm not sure how much different it would really be. Let's go to generate. Okay, let's see this little kid turn into Venom. And you see him morphing there. And wow, that's pretty neat. I mean, it's not quite the same as the example, but he does turn into Venom, and it's tried to capture the way he's standing. So if he was straight, it might have been different, but he's at a slight angle, and Venom's arms are a little bit crazy, but overall it does a really good job because the AI does its best to work with whatever image you put in there, depending on the angle. So yeah, it's still pretty fun, and you can use that for anything. I mean, I did this one of this ball here, and it's turned that ball into Venom. So it has a slightly different effect depending on what you actually upload as an image, which is really cool. So for the last AI effect, we're going to be looking at the warmth of Jesus. So you'll see that Jesus comes in, hugs the boy there. So I've got this image here of a bloke on a bench who looks sad. And what I want is Jesus to come in from the right side and comfort him. Whereas from the example, he comes in from the left side. So I want to see if that works. I'm going to put in here, Jesus comforts the man from the right side. Let's go to generate. Alright, so here is the video. So, okay. Now Jesus comes in from the left, even though we said the right, but he does come right round to the guy and hugs him from the right side. So even though we said to come in from the right, it actually works quite well from this angle. And it's almost as if he sits down on the bench. The hands are a bit messed up for this guy. When he hugs him, it goes through Jesus's arms. So it's a bit of fun. Maybe with a better input of an image, it would come out a lot cleaner and better. Okay guys, so that's the end of the 5 effects for this particular video. Next up, we'll be looking at some cool other effects, such as the angry effect, the assassinate effect. So that looks really good. Now guys, if you're interested in one of the subscription packages for Vadoo AI, for the starter package and the pro, you actually get off 50% off for the starter for the first month and 40% off for the first month for the pro. And you even can get 10% off the pro and advanced plan with my special coupon code, which I will leave in the description below. So don't miss out on that, guys. And honestly, Vadoo AI is a brilliant platform in comparison to so many other tools out there. I wouldn't be doing a playlist if I didn't believe in this tool and some of the amazing features it has already and for the future to come. Okay, and I'll see you on the next video.